This is part three to stop dating black people or stop dating non-black people who are silent about our struggle. Ebony. All right. So as I said, me being multicultural, I'm on the fence with this whole entire thing, and I made some good points reading some good things in the other one. Now, let me um let me get my feelings out here on that. Cause like I said, I'm on the fence. I'm multicultural, and I don't know if this is actually going to Paltrow, but I'm gonna read this comment. I'm also gonna give it a thumbs up because I kind of like it. I'm gonna attempt to give it a thumbs up, but my phone won't let me. I said, fucking hate technology. Come on, damn it. Oh, fuck it. Okay. All races have their struggles when it comes to whites and lighter skinned people. It's just people hating because of the jealousy. They don't like it when you have your shit together, especially while you're enjoying your ice cream. They look like you, they look at you weird and do that crouching thing with the disgust for attention. All right, so I don't know if this is real Gwyneth Paltrow because it has a big G there. It's not even how you spell her name, but I also can't comment. So that right there is also a true statement. And the one under it, Freddie, isn't much different. Maybe it's because a person that they had a mixed baby with left them to fend more of themselves around the area. They are few mixed kids, and I'm not racist, but for someone white raising them, 1 out of 10 to seek a black man with them. I agree with that, you know. But the thing is, I am a mixed baby. I am a descendant of mixed babies. Last one, blue. It's BOAC. I have no idea what that means. Men, you need to start with find out why they are in love with white women and dislike women who look like themselves, like their mothers. All right, Mr. Blue, I gotta respond to that. He's right and he's wrong. He's right and wrong at the same time, and I thank you. His point is closer to right, and I'm gonna tell y'all that. All right, now let me explain why I say this point is closer to right. Let me read it again. God damn it, it disappeared. Only me. All right, found it. Okay. I don't know why it abbreviates things, but again, it goes it's a B, O, and then it's ACK, and then it says, so I guess it means it's black men. You need to start with finding out why they love white women and dislike women who look like their mothers. All right. Well, this is why he's right and wrong at the same time. I'm multicultural, dude. My mom looks white. So, yeah. But my mom and dad are both mixed. My mom could pass for a white woman. My dad looks black. He did when he was alive. You could not see any Native American in him whatsoever. All right? I mean, literally, you can see Native American in him. But his dad was black. His mom's Native American. Her mom was Native American. You could not see any of that in my dad. All you could see was black. Period. You know. Now, I would say that Mr. Blue here was close to right because a lot of black men don't have a lot of love and respect for their mothers. But it's also a double edged sword because sometimes you don't know where someone came from. Their mom could have been a straight piece of shit and treated them like shit all the time from the day they was born because a lot of black men are treated like shit by their moms because their moms wanted daughters. You know, which is why he's closer to right than you think. Self hatred is a motherfucker. And I have it, you know. And the reason why I have it, it started back in grade school. It started in grade school with red bone girls. One named Lily, one named Sony. Now notice I said they were red bone girls. And for those who are not colored and don't know what red bone means, that means they're as light as me. Which means they were mixed, they just didn't know they were mixed. And they looked at me every day and told me, almost completely every day, for that entire season of that year of school we were in. So it was between the second and third grade. And they told me that I would never be good enough for a black girl. Ever. And words will affect you into the end of your lifespan. I promise you that. I don't care who you are. Words will affect you into the end of your lifespan, which is why I try to word things cautiously around children. I try to word them as mature but on their level as possible. If I have a niece who needs to work out, I won't. I'll say, look, your ass is fat. I won't say that. She's a child. They will take that the wrong way, and then they will be self-conscious about their body fucking forever. But I will say, you could stand to get a little bit healthier by working out. You know, I would try to say it in a manner that's her age appropriate. You know, but self hatred, man, it sticks with you. All it takes is for one person to say the right words in the wrong phrase, so to speak, and it will hang on to you like a fucking leech. So during that time span with Lily and Sony, I'm not giving last names, but I'm pretty sure they don't remember me anyway. But I have never forgotten them because both of them were light skinned. Both of them were the same lightness as me, and both of them sat at the same table with me until that day. This is when I found out that, I was mixed. I didn't know I was mixed at the time. I just thought I was black. And it killed me. And they said, you will never, as long as you're breathing, James, you will never be good enough for black girls. Who knew they were right? They were exactly right. Every black girl I tried to date after that, with the exception of one who moved away, um, treated me like dog shit or almost got me killed. I stopped dating black girls. It's as simple as that. I stopped because those words, you will never be good enough for a black girl, rang deep within my soul. Like, till this day, I still won't date a black girl. No. And it's not that I'm not attracted to them, because I am not really attracted to them. If I must be honest, I'm really not attracted to them. Even beautiful, beautiful black girls, I am not really attracted to them. I don't know why, I'm just not. My Aunt Ruth says that's probably genetic, because my dad never really liked black girls either. That's what she says. That's not what I say. I didn't exist, so I don't know. But I will say this, freaking that set with me. I dated a black girl whose name started with a T. She cheated on me and brought her boyfriend to my dad's porch. I taught that bastard how to fly. She broke my damn heart, and I tried to break his fucking face by kicking him off the porch. Less than a year and some change later, or about a year and some change later, summer romances just aren't really a thing. They come and go, and you should know that as a child, that they aren't always a safe bet. I was messing with a girl whose name started with an S. She was 14, I was 14, and she was apparently having sex with a 23-year-old who tried to kill me. Right then and there, I stopped dating black chicks. Right then and there. I don't have time for bullshit. And not all black girls are the same. I get that. But you date the chicks that actually will give you the time of day and attention versus the chicks that oh well, you're nothing. I don't want you. But self hatred, Sony and Lily installed that shit in me so bad because they're the ones that like initially pointed out the fact that I was mixed. I didn't pay attention to it because I'm a dumbass boy and I didn't know what the fuck that shit meant. But there's an advantage to being women that men will never have. All right, and I'm not talking about your cycling and all that crap because that's any time that you bleed is probably not an advantage at all. But the thing with being women versus being men, and I can make a video about this later. Um, People always want you when you're a woman. People don't always want you when you're a man, and that includes other men. You know, other men don't want you around because you might be a possible threat to stealing their girlfriend. Women can treat you like dog shit when you're a man, and people will more or less, even if you're a good man, more or less people will favor the side of the woman over the man. All right, when it comes to getting a divorce, unless you are a woman who is a crack addict or prostitute, the courts will favor you. Even if you're a lying sack of shit, the courts will favor you because you're a woman. There are some advantages to being a woman, just straight the fuck up. And but the most important advantage is that everybody wants you, even if you're not really pleasant to look at. Most people would take an uglier woman over looking at me. And I'm not the best looking man, but I know that if there was an uglier woman in the room than me, being an ugly man versus an ugly woman, if an ugly man is in the room and an ugly woman is in the room, they will flock to that ugly woman before they flock to that ugly man. All right. Now I'm okay with my ugliness because of the simple fact I had my face burnt off, and I am very happy to be ugly compared to how I looked in the other video. You'll see my picture of my face being burnt off. Self hatred. You know, it's one of those things that you can't really avoid. It's one of those things that you can't really escape. Let's give two more comments, and then let me end this because I have homework to do. Like a fuck ton of it, and I want to watch wrestling. All right. So Trirod says, I think the ones that date them are really trying to separate themselves from the struggle, but it only gets harder for them and they catch hell on both sides. He is correct and incorrect again at the same time. So he is right and wrong at the same time. But he might be closer to right. I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. Black color wheel. I'm going to explain that. Okay, so I read that, and the definition of that, is because of the black color wheel. All right, let me see what I do with this shit. And the reason why I said that from Mr. Tyrod, however the hell you say it, Tyrod, he's right and wrong on both sides on that because he's closer to right though because of the black color wheel. You see, I'm high yellow and I'm mixed. So my problem with black children or black girls rather was just a simple fact. I'm not trying to separate them. It's that black girls just didn't like me, and I'm not turned on by them. And I'm not saying I'm not turned on by all of them, but I'm just not really attracted to black girls. But that self-hatred shit, which is why he's right on that. He's closer to right than wrong because of the color tone of the person's skin that he could be talking about. Most lighter skinned black people are prejudged by darker skinned black people and vice versa. I will make a whole color wheel video again. But the long and short is that if you are on a certain spectrum, like if you're up here like I am, high yellow, you know, darker black people look at you differently. Where people of your color look at you like they look at themselves. You get what I'm going with that? God, this video is long as hell, and I'm sorry. All right, so let's do one more. Elsa. It's a black thing they wouldn't understand. Don't marry folks that don't understand. You can't relate to you. Okay, I don't like her. I can't comment on it either, so that's good. I can comment right here though, Miss Elsa. It is a black thing. That is like so 1984. So let me explain it. Alright, first and foremost, if you watch the other video, I just said that all races have had their struggles, even white races. So don't think that white people don't have their struggles, and don't think that there were never white slaves, because that shit's not true. There have been white slaves that have struggled just as much as black slaves, and some of those white slaves were women, and of course they were raped. Just like the black slaves that were women were raped, and just like Native American slaves, they were raped, just like the Celestial Brides there were slaves that were Chinese, because I'm sure you didn't learn that in your history book, but they also were raped. So, before you think that it's a black thing that they don't understand this. Your color of your skin and the black thing phrase, 80s. Here's how this works. That's like me going around hollering, it's an Asian thing, it's a black thing, it's a white thing. Well, here's a mixed thing. The black, white, and Asian thing smacks me in the face every day. Alright? Because as a mixed thing, you know, I understand the black, the white, and the Native American or Asian side of this whole thing. And what people fail to understand is that, just because someone isn't in your race doesn't mean that they can't relate. If you follow the guy I follow on YouTube, he does comic books, damn it, what is his name? Eric something. Shout out, brother. Um, he has said this because him and I don't agree on everything, but he has made some valid ass points, and I got to give credit where it's due, so I'm giving it to him right now. He said that race changing and gender changing of superheroes because people want notoriety, or that's not the word he used. God damn it, what is the word that he used? It wasn't recognition. I'm not sure if it was notoriety, but it was something in that term. God damn it. Because I'm mixed, and this is the part where him and I don't agree. But what he says is agreeable for me. It makes sense, but I'm also older than him, and I've also been around a little longer. He says, they tokenized Spider-Man and made him black with Miles Morales. The problem is that Miles Morales is actually mixed. He's not just black. All right, so he gets cool points for saying that, but he forgot that Miles Morales is actually mixed. He's not black. He looks black, but one of his parents is actually not black. And Morales is either his mom is black or his dad is black. But for all continuity, Morales is more like a Spanish last name. So I don't know how his dad could be black in the cartoon unless his parents took Morales as their name instead of the slave name that most of us have that are colored. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it again so that you guys don't understand. In America, if you were black and you were born in America and whatever your last name is, it's more than likely it was the owner of the slave who owned you. Our last name is Williams. So whoever owned my ancestors on my father's side, because my parents were married, which is why I have the last name Williams versus the last name Rose. Whoever owned us is how we got our last names. That's Williams' slave, so your last name would be Williams, because that's how the government worked it out. Now, because once you got free, it's like we didn't have any knowledge of our last names. I'll do another video on that later. But Mr. Eric has pointed out that you start changing genders, you start changing skin tones and ethnicities so that people can relate to them. Is bullshit, and he's right. It is bullshit. Now, I'll tell you what he's wrong at. Representation. That was the word he was looking for. Representation. There are very few mixed characters in Marvel and in DC. Period. Now, when I say mixed, I don't mean half breeds with aliens. There's a lot of those. There are a lot of hybrids. That's the difference. They're hybrids. They're not mixed. They're mixed, but they're not mixed on a human level. They're mixed on a different level. That's a long story. I'll have to make a video about that because this video is over the 20-minute mark, which means I'm gonna have to make a fourth video. Thanks for watching.